Hello makers, today I'm going to share with you my final card with the recent Simon Says Stamp exclusive dies release that match with the Tim Holtz stamp. And the stamps that I'm going to be using today, as you can see, are the Tiny Text stamps and dies and the Framed Frights stamps and dies. So the Framed Frights are of course a Halloween set. There are 4 scenes, and then for the dies, they have an outline that cuts out, and then also those little detail pieces. Now, the tiny text goes with not only the everyday sentiments that I have been using, but also the Halloween and the Christmas. So today I'm going to be using the Halloween tiny text to go with the framed frights. And I'm going to be using 3 different types of paper: Distress Kraft stock, Distress White Heavystock, and Distress Black Heavystock. I'm going to be stamping the sentiments on them, and then I'm going to be cutting them out, and I'm going to be putting them as a background for the tiny frights. So that's pretty much everything that I'm going to be using for today's card. So I'm inviting you to come along and let's get making. Off screen, I cut a bunch of these tiny text die pieces out, and I used this one with the kind of, it looks like a torn edge on each side. And so I used several sizes and I cut out some of these tiny text strips in Kraft, in white heavy stock, and in black heavy stock. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be stamping on them. And in order to do that quickly, I have cut the same sizes out of 2 pieces of white heavy stock. I'm going to be fitting them each back in and then lining up the stamps on my stamp platform so that when I go to stamp, I can stamp several at a time and I won't have to worry about realigning them. Now, the best way to do this is to put some sticky grid on the back. Now, you may have something that works similar. I have this on hand. This is from Sizzix, and it is a grid sheet that is sticky on both sides. And I just buy it by the package, and then I cut a piece that will fit behind whatever it is that I am using on my stamp platform, and then it really makes stamping so much faster to be able to line these tiny text stamps up. And the great thing also is that I can look at the back of the Simon Says Stamp die packaging, and it will tell me which sentiments fit on which size of the strips. And so that's really a great resource to be able to refer to as I'm doing all of this stamping. I have my stamp platform all set up. So I had the sticky grid on it. I had the frames that I used to cut out the die cut shapes. And now I am fitting the die cut shapes back in so that I can stamp on them. And you can see that I cut 5 different sizes, and I cut 2 of each of the 5 sizes in the 3 different types of paper. So you can see that I'm fitting back in all of the Kraft stock right now. So one set of Kraft stock is fit in there. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at the back of the packaging on the Simon Says Stamp tiny text die cuts. And they have listed for us the regular tiny text, Halloween tiny text, and Christmas tiny text so that we know which ones will easily fit on these die cuts. Now, I will say that a couple of times I fudged a few of these, and they were listed under maybe die cut 4, and I was able to fit it on die cut 3 or something like that. And a lot of times that just works with how much space you want left on the ends of these. So sometimes you can, change them just a little bit, which I did on this project. But as you can see, I'm choosing 5 that I think go with the theme. So again, when you're doing this, you want to pick some that are going to go with the theme of your card. And my themes, as you saw, I'm going to be using the graveyard. So of course, I wanted to pick some of the sentiments that would kind of go with that whole theme. Now it's important to make sure that you get these centered on the die cut. Make sure that it is centered end to end and top to bottom as best you can. And then you're going to stamp. Now I am using 3 different colors of ink to stamp these. And so stamping on the craft stock, I'm using my black soot archival ink, and I'm going to stamp on this set, and then I'm going to remove these, and uh, started to remove them, as you can see, but it's easier if you have a pick or something like that. You can pull them out much, much faster. So I went back through, put another set of the Kraft stock die cuts into those frames, and then I stamped the same 5 sentiments on these in black soot archival ink. So now I have 2 sets of the Kraft with these particular sentiments on it. Now, if you would like, you could use the same 5 sentiments, but I just switched them out. So these are 5 new sentiments that I'm going to be stamping on the white die cuts, and I chose Frayed Burlap Distress Oxide to stamp these sentiments in, so that again, I'm having everything kind of coordinate as I'm working through here. So I am stamping all of my white sentiments in the frayed burlap, and I'm going to do that again, and then I will go on to the black sentiments. So I decided to do the same thing. I chose 5 more sentiments for my black die cuts, and I'm stamping in a white pigment ink for this one. And so I had to do it a couple of times to make sure that I could see, but this is Hero Arts white pigment. And so I stamped 2 sets of the black die cuts for this as well. I have all of my stamping done. I went around each of the die cuts with a little bit of a walnut stain distress ink so that when I put them on the card, they will kind of stand out. I have colored a piece of mixed media Heavystock with some old paper spray stain. I know I showed you the distress ink pad, but it is the spray stain, and as well as the background that I stamped the graveyard on, and the sentiment that I'm going to be fussy cutting. So now I want to color these, and I'm going to color them with just 2 colors. I'm going to keep this really a neutral card. So I'm coloring in the die cut tombstone and the ground and a little bit of the sky with pumice stone distress ink and a water brush. And I'm doing 2 just so that, if I decide one looks better than the other, then that's great. And then this is walnut stain distress ink, and I'm doing just the shadows, and I'm also doing the frames on the framed Frights. So I wanted my frames to be a little bit darker, and so I went in with that walnut stain for that. Now we're going to assemble the background. I'm going to take the strips, and I'm just going to start applying them to that background that I colored with the old paper. And actually, once I got this put together, for this particular tiny text die, you don't really need to color the background. It's not going to show very much. Now, if you had used something like the fishtail one where it would make a diamond or you put them together, I think that would make a really cool Halloween background as well. But that would have, the background showing through. This one, not so much, but I didn't know until I started putting them together. So that's all right. All right, you can see that I have, as I'm putting the strips down, sometimes I'm putting the edge of the strip right up against the edge of the card base. And then other times I'm having the strip kind of go off of the page, and I just trim it off with my scissors. I am doing this in a pattern, so it's white, black, uh, khaki or craft, white, black, craft, white, black, craft. And I just kept doing that over and over, varying the sizes and making sure that I didn't have too many of the same sayings in a row. And then there we have our background. It really went together fairly quickly. And because I had the 3 colors on the background, I decided that I needed 3 colors. So I grabbed my white acrylic pens and I colored around the frame. I colored around the tombstone. I colored the skulls in the background so that I have all 3 colors also um, on my focal point. So here's how the background turned out. I love it. It's going to look great on this cream card. Everything has been inked with walnut stain ink around the edges, and all of the different parts that are on the front have some black foam tape in the background. So I'm just going to attach this card background to my card base. That's very simple. I'm using my Simon Says Stamp Positively glue. It dries very quickly. And I think that background looks so fun. And really, it was pretty easy. So I want to do this with some of the other ones, especially the one with the fishtail, and see how those diamonds look in the background. For the sentiment on this card, I did stamp one from the framed Frights, and I just fussy cut it out. So there are not dies for the sentiments on the framed Frights, but look how great that tombstone looks on that one. So much dimension, and especially with that little bit of the gel pen that I went around the tombstone with, that really helped make that pop as well. And I think with the little bit of white in the background, that really uh, it helps showcase that tombstone now that I have outlined it a little bit. All right, so we're just going to pop that on there with the foam tape in the background. Here is my fussy cut sentiment in the dead of night. And I'm just going to put that on there. It also has foam tape in the background. And because it's a different text and it's not cut straight, it stands out beautifully against that background. So here with just two die sets and two stamp sets, we have a really fun background. And with all those sentiments that kind of have to do with graveyards and things like that. And you can see how on some of them you can see that kind of a torn edge, and on other ones is just straight where I cut it off. And there is that tombstone and everything with the little bit of white on the background to really make it pop. Love the dimension that those dies give it. And I love the just the interest that all of those little sentiment strips give the background, and how it really just goes all so well together for this. What a fun card to make. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I had a great time making it, and I hope it gave you some ideas for how to use the tiny text dies and the framed Frights dies. Now, all of the products that I used for today's card will be linked in the description for today's video, as well as on my blog at playswellwithpaper.blogspot.com, where you will also find the still photos for today's card. If you have any questions about today's card, go ahead and leave those in the comments. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you to those who like my videos, who leave sweet comments. I so greatly appreciate it. And with that, I want to wish you a very creative day.